in this situation with Lisa Raye. I see it as a way for her to explain the failures as far as relationships is concerned. Duane is an easy target because her and I believe Tisha Campbell are still cool with each other. As a matter of fact, Tisha Campbell is co-signing that Duane is quote unquote a bad guy, but they're going through a messy breakup. And by the way, Duane Martin had Tisha Campbell, his wife's back during the whole debacle with her and Martin in the 90s. But now her and Martin are cool. I think that played a part into why Duane wants nothing to do with her anymore, you know? But I think Lisa is looking in one direction, but I think she needs to look in some of these other directions. Because if she actually look around her, there were probably a lot of different people around this guy, a lot of different people influencing this guy. But at the end of the day, he makes those choices. He makes those choices. Why are you trying to sit up there and blame somebody outside the home for why the relationship didn't work? And it wasn't just Duane, okay? She blamed Nicole Murphy as well. It was Nicole Murphy's fault too. Oh yes, it was Nicole Murphy's fault too. Nicole Murphy had a play in that, probably so. You know, Nicole is now known as a home wrecker, or tries to wreck homes, and then she fails at it. You know, another female who wants to chase other women's men instead of getting her own. You know, it was her fault, Nicole Murphy's fault. Now she's talking about F you, Duane Martin. Would she be saying that if him and Tisha wasn't going through this breakup? Because to me, it just seems that because Duane Martin and Tisha Campbell was going through this breakup, now all of a sudden she wants to go in on him. What's good, Miranda? I think that accountability needs to be had in these situations. You say you knew her dirt. I'm pretty sure she had dirt. I think Lisa Raye, I think he does know Lisa Raye dirt. You know what I'm saying? And because he knows Lisa Raye's dirt, maybe she don't think he's gonna say nothing. But Lisa, the one thing you can't count, you shouldn't count on is these brothers staying quiet. You know, I think a lot of us as men, especially a lot of us as black men, we have a tendency to not say nothing, especially in the public eye. We tend to not say nothing about putting these people on blast. Well, that is slowly changing. So to Lisa and others who think that these guys won't put them on blast, you obviously don't understand the human mind. When people feel they've been wrong and they truly feel like the victim and they're put into a corner, they're going to lash out eventually. Duane is going through a messy divorce. Do you think that he's going to allow you to put his name out there and, you know, slander him basically? She the type of female to go fight the other woman instead of dealing with the guy who actually messed around. She probably has a better relationship with her ex than the people that his ex was messing with. Some of those women may have known they were together. Some of those women probably didn't. But she's the type to go and want to handle the other female instead of handling the dude. You want to blame another guy who was just hanging around him. You know, this guy, I mean, he's running the country, right? So obviously he's an intelligent guy. Are you telling me that he's not intelligent? Are you telling me that he's that naive? Then somebody that inept should not be running a country. Somebody that weak-minded should not be running a country. I'm sorry. If you think that low of him to he can be easily manipulated, then he should not be running no country. He should not be nowhere near being able to make decisions for other people if he can't make decisions for himself. That's pretty much what she's saying. That the guy can't make no decisions on his own. That he needs other people to influence his thought process. Shout out to Shy. Wasn't Duane and Will Smith having an affair? I don't know, bro. That's speculation. I don't speak on speculation. All I know is they're good friends. So I can't speak on hearsay. Listen, a lot of different people, a lot of well-known people watching my content. But anyway, I got to be very factual. So I can't speak on hearsay. But what I can say is this. Your ex was running, I believe, the government of Turks and Caicos, right? And you're telling me that guy was so weak-minded, so naive, that he allowed a guy he barely knew, didn't really even know that much, or that for that long, influence him when it comes to women. This is a grown man. He was able to wife you, Lisa, and I know you hold yourself in high regard. So he was able to get you, but he's not able to control himself when it comes to women and influence. That's very interesting. But he was able to get you, Lisa. He was able to get you to put your career on hold to move to a different country. So you're telling me that a guy who's not very intelligent was able to get to be able to wife you and get you to uproot yourself and move to a different country or island or whatever. And this is a guy who's making decisions for other people. If I was the people of Turks and Caicos, I would not want that person making any decisions for me. But again, this is Lisa Raye speaking. And I think that this doesn't necessarily just have a lot to do with Duane. I think it has a lot to do with women in general who blame other people for why the relationship failed. They want to go and get into it with other women instead of dealing with the guy that they are with. I see that a lot, and it's because they are in denial. I think she, for a long time, was in denial, but I think that she's starting to see a clearer picture, and she's starting to see that, maybe I should hold this guy accountable, but still you're going at the friend first before you go and try to hold them accountable. I know that Lisa Raye has gotten around. I'm pretty sure she's been in these circles with all these different prominent men. I'm pretty sure she has. I'm pretty sure she has a lot of dirt, but she's confident nobody's going to say anything about her. She's going off perception. Okay? A man with power is going to utilize that power to do what he want to do. You can't control that no matter how much you think you can, but obviously you couldn't. You couldn't get this guy to be on the straight and narrow when it comes to infidelity. He did what he wanted to do. I just hope people understand this, because she also has had issues with Stacey Dasher. That's a whole nother situation. I just think Lisa Raye is a lost person. I think that she still has issues that she's dealing with. She wants to come off as being smart and being able to make moves as a woman, but she comes off as being very bitter and very catty and very emotional, because she just doesn't understand that in today's society, you can't just be pointing the finger without people pointing fingers back at you. She's just lucky enough to be dealing with people who aren't very public. Shout out to Shy again. Lisa Raye has hit the wall. D Brat better looking. It's interesting. The Brat does, I believe, if you compare the two, the Brat does look better than her even now. The Brat to me has always been a cute, attractive female to me. She's just a tomboy, not a tomboy. Well, she's basically, she likes to dress like dudes, so she likes females, I guess. And never really seen her with one, but honestly, I think to be honest, and that's just a side note, I think that that's just for her, you know, her career. I don't think she's necessarily just into women, but that's just me. I don't think so. You know, I just think Lisa she comes across to me as somebody who thinks that she's more intelligent than everybody she's around. But in this situation, she got played and she's hurt and she's lashing out at anybody that she feels has wronged her, you know? But what she needs to understand is this dude had power. This dude had means that attracts women to him. Women are going to be just like you, Lisa. Women are going to be attracted to who he is and what he has. I just think that she doesn't understand. Well, maybe she understands it now. Maybe. You know. I just think when it comes to a lot of women pointing the finger, you got to understand that you're going to have fingers pointing back at you. Because obviously you're doing something wrong for men to be so quick to want to mess around on you. Now, this is one situation. I don't know about her other relationships. But what I know is in this one, she really wanted to work. But she was with a guy that I think, after wifing her up, realized he made a mistake. I think the guy realized he made a mistake. And he got out of it probably as quick as he could. And you haven't really heard from anything from him since. Because I think he's a happier person because he realized that Lisa Raye is pretty much like all the other women he's dealt with. He probably thought she would be different. But nah, she's not different, bro. Not different in the least. She wants to portray herself as being different, but there's nothing different about her because she still does not understand logic. And the logic is that you can't go blaming everybody else for why you can't seem to turn the guy that you are with on to the point to where he doesn't have to mess around all these different women that were presented to him by his quote unquote male friend who you introduced him to, Lisa. So obviously you knew about Duane, you knew about, you know, who he was, his personality, and you still introduced him to your husband. No accountability whatsoever.